1. And we're live.
Thank you so much.
Is that better?
Thank you so much for your countdown, Bo.
Jerk.
You're a peach.
There's some arbitrary numbers. Like, there's no countdown. It's just a screen. It says it's starting soon. Soon isn't good enough.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 26 of Live on Two Wheels. I am Chase on Two Wheels, your host, with my buddy Bo.
Hiya.
We are back again, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means it's time for Live on Two Wheels. A Georgia Peach. So, guys, you probably saw the title. What did we end up titling this? We had to start treating motorcycles seriously.
Yeah.
We're gonna. How do I even intro it? Actually, you know what? Before we get into the annoyance and Chase getting in a bad mood, how do you guys like my new little camera? So look how close you guys are to me right now. Look, I'm touching the camera. That's how close you guys are. So we did a little change up. So my camera's a little different. Bo's is the exact same. You guys let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Also, this is a live show here on YouTube, yes. But, nay, that is not all it is. It is also a podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So if you don't want...
saying that yours is dark.
Oh, I think I'm at 90% on the light. Can you put that at...
I've got a better idea.
Something better? Oh, you're going to mess it with on your side. So, guys, if you want to listen to us only and don't want to watch us live or on YouTube, you can just listen to us in a podcast platform. We are available on Spotify and Google Podcast and Apple Podcast. And if you would listen to us over on Apple Podcast, we would love it. If you could go give us a rating over there, we appreciate you a long time. I was about to say your screen just went bye-bye. So, yeah, guys, today's episode 26. We are going to, I'm going to remember to talk about a sponsor this episode. Forgot to do it last episode. And we're going to talk about people taking motorcycling seriously. We're not going to talk about any specific person. And I'm going to make sure I'm not hypocritical and I show some issues that I've had in the past and, unfortunately shown publicly. And we're going to get all of that going today. Also, if you're watching us live on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button, guys. We really appreciate that. It helps us all the time. What else?
My job is to keep you from derailing today.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to have a hard time not going down a negativity pit. So I'm going to look at you guys in the comments. I'm going to look at Bo to make sure that I stay on track and don't get too ticked off about it.
I think the best way for
I'm trying to come into this real positive, though.
Right, because it's an opportunity to, kind of help and educate, but also kind of spread the message that we operate under, which is like getting more people to ride positive, being safe, having fun, and
that's a good point.
That should be the angle,
like
that we
the
take.
North Star.
Yeah,
but that's something we want
to
focus on doing. Period. Yay, Motor Marvelous! Glad to have you in here, bud. So first off, guys, you guys know this that are here every week. We like to start out with housekeeping. Bruh, how many videos have we put out this week? 4. We are.
I get lost in the sauce.
So, guys, we've called this week like the sponsor week because out of nowhere we have been able to get a sponsor for every single video this week, which is unheard of. It's very rare, but it helps us run at the production quality we do. So you guys have been watching all the episodes of videos we've been putting out and sitting through the ads in the videos. Massively appreciate that because I'm sure it's annoying to sit through, but just know that on the back end, that helps us run so much better. So you guys that do that, thank you so much. But yeah, a lot of R7 content, we've almost exhausted.
Well, I mean, this is the first live stream fully that the Learn to Ride series is out, so that's done.
Oh my God, that's true.
Yeah.
So the Learn to Ride series is totally out there. You guys let us know in the live chat. Have you watched the Learn to Ride series? Because we've made that series for people that have no idea what's going on. And if you guys have seen the series, you understand. Like, we literally did an episode of what controls are, and we did another entire episode on how to start a motorcycle. Yeah. So obviously you guys can tell we're shooting for the really entry-level guys. But if you guys checked it out, let us know if you did and what you thought about it. But yeah, we did the R7 on all of the Learn to Ride series. So we are the community seems to be really interested in the R7 right now. So while we have it here in the shop, we're just taking advantage of being able to make some content on it.
Nice.
And everybody on YouTube seems to like really enjoy the content right now. So that's pretty awesome. We do have a non R7 video going out tomorrow for you guys that are tired of the R7. Tomorrow's video is a first ride of the brand new Ducati Monster, which is really like TLDR. Loved that thing. So you guys will have to make sure to check out tomorrow morning. And yes, that video is sponsored, but it's still cool. What else?
Gotta pay the bills, huh?
Yeah, we do have to pay them bills. We got to pay that the gas money for that camera car to make sure we like every video we're putting out right now. We have camera car footage in. Do you realize that? It's kind of nuts.
I don't know. I'm so separated from that part of it now.
Yeah, you're just in the dungeon.
Yeah. So like you hand me footage, and I
know.
That's it. That's I don't even look at it anymore.
I let people see you on on Thursdays. Yeah. But other than that, it's just a dark hole for both.
When the master lets me out of my cage.
We have to be careful with what we allow you to do. Okay, so guys, with the topic, you guys know we always want to like connect our Discord with what our topic is, and if you guys haven't checked out our Discord, please do. But it's basically our like always
that's a
living
good housekeeping thing.
What, Discord just in general?
Well, yeah, because we did make some changes just today.
Yeah, so you can tell about the new changes. So the we have our Discord. That's kind of where we like to have our community living and talking right now. We're really ramping that up. So we have a Live on Two Wheels section of our Discord, and we're gonna choose somebody at the end of the show that posts. Let's do a photo of a wrecked bike of yours.
Yeah.
Let's find like
specifically.
Yeah.
Because we're testing out a new feature that's in Discord. You can bring it up on your screen if you open up your Discord, and let me know when you're good, and I'll switch over to it.
Yep. 1 second.
And go to the Live on Two Wheels.
Got it. Live on Two Wheels.
So here we go. And you're not going to be able to see it because the window is cut off because we didn't want your address bar. Can you make the whole thing smaller so that move it down? Okay. All right. That's good right there.
Okay.
All right. Now you see, so this is our Live on Two Wheels section of our Discord. At the top right in the notification bar, you can see that hashtag with the 1 on your other right. Good Lord. No, that's not even near the top right. Holy shit.
Threads. I got it.
So threads. Now click on that.
Threads.
And now you have the episode 26 discussion.
Episode 26.
Yeah. Now you can put all your memes, your pictures and stuff for the episode. This only lasts for like 24 hours.
Right.
You put it in there. That's where we're going to be picking from. So you guys, if you want to use it, use that.
So if we choose your thing at the end of the show, we're going to give you guys a gift certificate to Revzilla for $50.
Yep.
So claim your free money, boo boo.
Ether.
All right. Enough housekeeping.
Yep.
So the title of the episode today is, taking motorcycling seriously. Yeah. And trying to be diplomatic. Trying to work my way through this.
How about I preface this?
Yeah.
With how I feel, and then maybe you can steer the conversation in the direction that we're.
Okay. Yeah, we can start there. Well, because I need some time to figure out my thoughts.
So anybody that knows or has been watching the show or has heard me talk knows kind of the area I live in, and we have a lot of people out there, like the 12 o'clock boys and stuff like that. I mean, that's all they do is they pretty much terrorize the neighborhoods.
For you guys that don't know, there's a group of riders here in Atlanta that there is no regard for street signs, lights, cars, cops, literally anything, no gear, no nothing, no registered motorcycles. Yeah. Like that's the level we're talking.
So, and I often have this conversation with my wife because she is apprehensive to me riding, just because when Paul passed away, that was pretty much the end of it for her, because
Right.
he passed away in a motorcycle wreck, and then my stepdad, and it's just nail in the coffin. So we had a long conversation about it, and I'm like, I don't doubt for 1 second the ability, the capability, and the skill of these guys. They're phenomenal.
100%. Shockingly, but 100%.
I don't want to take away their right to make a decision that affects their life. That's like, if you are okay with taking a risk, that is your decision, and I fully support it. However, the moment that risk affects somebody else's life, then it's a problem, because you can't make the decision for them.
Right.
That includes glorifying the kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Because you can't make the decision whether, now everybody else is entitled to their own opinion about what they're seeing. They're also in control of their own actions. But when things like this are portrayed as awesome and cool and like the thing to do, then people that don't know or are less informed
Right.
are going to see that and think that's what I want to aspire to be, is that specific person. There's like a group of like 10 or 12 of them that ride in the street behind my house. And I'm just like, at any point you could be touring the world right now, or like in movies, or like whatever.
Yeah.
But they saw somebody else doing it, and they just continued the trend. So it's like one of those things where like personal accountability and the image that you portray to not only just normal people,
Right.
but other potential motorcyclists is important, and you don't get to make the decision for them.
Yeah. So
and that's kind of the jumping off point for what prompted this, which let's just be clear. We're not going to say any names, not going to call anybody out. This isn't about drama. We looked at this and decided, we sat down and talked about it because we're both fuming about it.
Yeah.
But we looked at it as a potential, like a moment for us to be able to like, all right, why is it bad? How does it negatively affect people?
Right. So
what positivity can we bring to it?
I think the thing that, when you were saying that, the thing that really stuck in my head was the word glorification.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you guys some backstory, the other day, somebody said something about a video they had seen. I looked into it, and it led me down this rabbit hole of people treating our platform, this motorcycle YouTube niche that we all live inside of and enjoy. And it's been happening since this platform was even a thing. Like, since motorcycles have been on YouTube, people have been doing really dumb stuff on YouTube.
Sensationalizing it.
And I have examples. I have lived this era of my time. You guys know I've been doing this for like a decade. I went through a period where I did some really, guys, I don't have words for it, and I'm going to show you guys those videos, some of those videos today, if anything, to show you that everybody has opportunities of just being really fucking stupid. And if you're lucky enough, you live through it and you learn from it and you stop doing it. So I've got a couple episodes.
And then importantly, you pass that on.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that I'm a perfect rider by any stretch. I'm not perfect, professional. I'd ride the speed limit all the time. I'm not saying that. But over the time that I've been making content on YouTube, you guys know I have this Ride Apparel brand. It's like Ride Positive. We really push this whole thing of like, be a good rider and influence people in a good way as much as you can. And I got down a incredibly negative headspace doing a little bit of research and stuff, and I just can't live with myself knowing that there are people out there that are going to watch certain pieces of content that are influenceable, who don't ride yet, who are going to get a motorcycle and watch certain things and then go do those certain things and then potentially hurt themselves or others.
This is the gospel. I have, since working here, taken things out because I
want to.
I have taken things out of videos, editing them because I thought I know that you weren't doing this in this way, but that could be viewed as this because we want to make sure that people are getting the right idea when getting on a motorcycle.
I want to give you personally massive props because that is something that nobody has told. As the boss of the show, like I haven't told you to do these things.
do you have chat up? Can you see chat?
Yeah,
You can see the super chat.
I'm glad I hope your lasagna is. Thank you for the brevity.
He spent $5 to tell us what he's eating. I fucking love you.
Yama Bomb, I appreciate that. That kind of brevity is going to help out because I don't want to get too negative in this show. But Bo, something you've done, because you guys know Bo edits every single video on the channel at this point. So congrats to Bo. He is now the full-time. No, Chase doesn't edit anything. But something you've done really well, unintentionally, unasked, is you make sure you almost curate and make sure that what we put out into the world it's a filtered view. If something dumb happens, it does not go in the videos anymore because we don't want to push that.
Yeah.
We don't want people doing incredibly stupid things. And I don't want to be one of those people because I'm an influencer or whatever the term people want to use. People are going to watch the channel and people are going to hypothetically want to do the things because motorcycling is all cool. Oh, here we go. Cool. Moto Cannon, I hope your veggie spring rolls and Texas brewed Yingling is delicious. Oh my God, I can't wait to see how the rest of the show goes. So do we start with just laying down some examples of the idiocy that I've done just so we can set a bar?
Well, let's
where do we take this?
Let's start here because we can get into that. All right, because our main pinch point, right, is this gamifying, is the behavior that we see a lot of social media platforms take, and not just with motorcycles, because like that's how the Logan Pauls and Beast Mode, like Mr. Beast or whatever.
Yeah,
that's how it happens. It's sensationalizing.
We understand the sensationalizing content.
Right.
We have to do that all the time. Yeah. I have to make clickbait thumbnails for people to watch.
I thought about this the other day. We don't do clickbait. We do clicky. There is a difference.
So if we define clickbait as tricking someone with a thumbnail and not giving them the content that you got them to click on, that is clickbait. We do clicky thumbnails. Yeah. So, clicky thumbnails are required in this industry.
Right. All of it is the sensationalism has to exist to get, because that just, it's people complain about it. Yeah. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
But it works. Or else, it wouldn't be.
And we wouldn't get to do the stuff we do if we didn't make the clicky stuff. Trust me, I hate it too.
But important to that, all right, real quick, before we do that, because we got a couple people who are having issues with the Discord, go on yours and show them where the rules page is. Because right now, as it works, we have to have a rules page since we're a community page. You got it up?
Yep.
All right. So there is a rules page in the Welcome Center.
And you click this little guy right here.
There is there's a thumbs up icon at the bottom. If you click that, it'll give you access to the rest of them. It may also right now say if you go in and you've never logged in before, it may show you nothing on the screen, but you'll see like the bottom and the top.
Your screen is blocking it.
Yeah. It just move it over to the right.
I'm getting it.
Your other right, or
Shut up.
Okay.
My other right.
So if you are at any screen, if you never logged in, you're gonna see probably a screen that tells you where the typing is, like, hey, you have to complete something. It'll tell at the top. You have to accept those rules, and then you have to click on that. It'll let you in. We're working on this. It's in a beta. So
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Okay.
But yeah, just make sure if you can't get in, do that. I'll take it off of your screen now.
Cool.
Back to what we were saying. I want to first kind of clarify what gamify and gamification is in general and how it applies to our industry specifically.
And that'll get into the type of content that is really frustrating me.
Right. And that includes the old content that you've made.
Well, it doesn't really, but we can talk about it.
You know what I mean? Like, so the idea behind gamification, if you're not aware, it is kind of like it sounds. It is the idea of using achievements or rewards or some sort of behavior or rewarding behavior to promote something. In like marketing, that's like putting an electric piano on steps so that people will take the steps instead of the escalator.
Right.
Right. Things like that, or like, hey,
incentivizing certain behavior, I think, is like
yeah,
the way to like boil it all down.
in our world, gamifying is like taking behaviors, good or bad, and treating it kind of like a video game where you have like high scores and like
Fun music
and all this crazy like in your face kind of shit to kind of take away from what's happening and just sensationalize each individual moment.
Right.
There are a series of videos for anything that you could think of that do this in that kind of way, that almost like Vine, TikTok style, where it's all small bites, lots of commotion to get you to like hype out on that one specific thing, and then rinse, repeat.
Right.
So that's kind of the basics of it.
Right.
We don't do those kind of things in our videos.
Right.
But there has been instances in my past that those videos are hidden because I don't put out videos anymore.
Right.
And in your past, where we kind of do something similar, where it is a focus on the sensational.
Yeah, well,
behavior.
like there's not a focus on the sensationalness of it, but the entire video is just what it is. It's relatively raw. Like after watching some of these, it's very raw.
Yeah.
But we don't gamify it. We just show it. Which we're not going to sit here and try to control what people make and don't make. Like we can't control that. But one of the things that it gets me so frustrated when I see people make videos that gamify very dangerous behavior, is that it creates a disconnect from a person that has never experienced that before and reality. Now, you guys that are watching this, you guys that are listening to this, if you guys ride and have ridden for a long time, we're able to watch things, analyze it, and realize what is happening and what is going on, and we know the inherent dangers. I'm not worried about y'all. I'm not worried about me. The thing that worries me are, a perfect example are the people that are going to watch the Learn to Ride series. If you don't know how to crank a motorcycle up, and the only thing that is getting you excited about motorcycling is because you've seen people ride online, and you inevitably are wanting to emulate the things you see.
Yeah.
And you see these people doing certain things, certain types of riding, and you are like, oh, the fun music's playing, and then the cool graphics are showing up. And then behind it, a dude is doing something that literally can get him killed in half of a second or less. You don't even realize that.
It's interesting to think about because as we're talking about this, I'm thinking about something we discussed a couple episodes back when we were talking about like beginner bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same kind of mentality that goes behind saying like your 300's a beginner bike or a baby bike or a girl bike or whatever. And like that person's going to think like, oh, okay, I don't know. They've been riding, so they know. So now all of a sudden,
I don't want to be made fun of, so I'm going to go get a bigger bike than I should be.
I mean, you're like, okay, so I'm the second oldest person in his shop, and that's only because Brian's old as fuck.
Sure, yeah.
But he's only 5 years older than me.
Right.
So like, this is gonna be like old man shit, or just being forewarned. Like, as I get older, the more I realize that like this attitude of like, I'll do me.
Right.
Words. It's just words. It's just the internet. Is bullshit.
Well, so
it really is. It is super bullshit because words do matter. They have an impact, whether you intended them to or not. Because somebody's looking to you to get into whatever it is that you're portraying, and so you should have a responsibility to be like, hey, like this is dangerous. Don't do the shit that I'm doing. Like. Right. I've been doing this for 10 years, 15 years. Like, don't jump on this and think that you can go out there, slap a GoPro to your helmet, and do flybys at 120.
I do want to make something clear because I think it's a little, in trying to be diplomatic about it, I think we're creating a little bit of confusion. Guys, I'm not talking about professionals that do things in a professional setting. I'm not talking about like a perfect example of when I was coming up is Icon Motorsports. Do you remember all like those little drift battles videos that they would make?
Yeah.
Those are professionals on a professional set doing professional things. I'm not talking about that, and I'm not talking about track riding. I'm talking about when you are making content on YouTube, you are on public streets and you are gamifying your life and other people's lives. Those are the things I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I see the gatekeeper comment and like whatever, I'll own it. But like, you don't get to make the decision for other people. That lady on the road or that person on the bicycle, the pedestrian walking across the street is just trying to get to the store or get home to their kids. And you don't get to make the decision. So when you step on the road and do dumb shit, then like all bets are off. Yeah, you need to be gate kept. You need to be like reined in, and people need to know that that's not appropriate behavior. What you do that affects you is your business, and I fully support your decision to be as stupid or smart as you want to be. You want to risk your life. You will find no other person on this planet who will support your decision to do whatever the fuck you want to do that affects you. Period. Like full stop. But the moment that involves another person who didn't sign up for it, you don't get to make that decision anymore. Like, I've lost close friends because people made decisions for them on the road. Like, they didn't get to go home to their wife and 2 kids.
Yeah.
Because somebody else made the decision for them. They were just trying to go to work at 6:30 in the morning. Then he died a mile away from his wife and his kids because somebody else made that decision. That's where I have my problem with this kind of behavior. Like, again, I've spent my entire youth making dumb decisions.
Yeah.
And the ones that I regret the most are the ones that affected people around me.
Well, so the area where me and you right now are not totally synced up is you take what, like, my whole issue that I'm even discussing in the show is really the gamification of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're taking it to the other level of it. You're like, gamification not good, doing it period not good. And you give me crap all the time about this, so I know that you're synced up with, the way you act. I just want, like,
I want to clarify that statement then, because I want you to understand. I don't care if you do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, at the end of the day, nobody's actions truly, right, affect only themselves.
As long as you're in an environment with other people, you are correct.
And that's where you're looking at it as a specific thing of like portraying this kind of behavior to the masses of people who are
yes, that's where I'm hyper focused.
Right,
on
this. And I take a step back and I look at it as a whole. That's a symptom of the problem, right? The problem that like, some dumb 21-year-old is like, it's like whatever I do with my life, it only affects me,
right?
And it doesn't, because you may have a mother or a brother who has to like mourn your death or sit and worry about you in a hospital. You don't get to say that old lady in front of you that you just buzzed at 100 miles an hour. It happened at my house. I think I told you about this. When the cops came over, like the second time that Victor ever alert barked in his entire 7 years of existence, and I flung open the back patio curtains, and I was like, "There's like 6 cops in my backyard and a dirt bike."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What happened?" It's like, "Oh, this guy was pulling wheelies down the street, scared this lady. She ran off the road and hit a fire hydrant with a car at like 35 miles an hour, and he dipped, and they ditched their dirt bike in my backyard."
Okay, I remember the story.
And I was like, see, that's a perfect example. Like, what you've done is now sign that lady up. Now, what if he had died?
Yeah.
Right? It's not the lady's fault. She could have freaked out, overcorrected, whatever.
Yeah.
Something could have happened. He could have died. Doesn't matter to him because he's fucking dead.
My wife is so on your side right now.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I love you. It doesn't matter that guy's dead because he's fucking dead. He won't care. But now that lady has to live the rest of her life knowing that the vehicle she was driving hamburgered some fucking idiot. She didn't sign up for that. So that's where, like, I pull back and I look at, like, gamification of motorcycle riding is a symptom of a larger problem of not having appropriate perspective.
No, so
You know what I mean?
I agree with what you're saying, and I know on a personal end, since you're editing the videos, you see how I ride every single time I record a video. I feel like since you've recorded the videos, because I don't think there's a single time where I do one thing stupid on a motorcycle that I don't get shit on for it from you.
Yeah,
right.
I'll call you out because
100%. We
love
have
you as a person.
We have a 100%
know?
like honesty thing.
And your stuff is like minor. Like it's not crazy, but like even the minor stuff where I go like, it's like, hey,
don't do that.
Don't do this particular thing.
Yeah. But the thing is, though,
Yeah.
one of the things I'll say is I do get excited riding sometimes, 100%.
Yeah.
And I do things that I wish I didn't.
But
wish
the thing
we
hadn't fucking rode like assholes in that Grubhub ad.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, I don't do it to make sensational content on YouTube. Actually, if I did, you would cut it out.
100%. I get that shit out of here.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm doing the
"Fuck outta
opposite of
here."
gamifying.
Yes.
I'm de-incentivizing you.
Yes. It's like, oh, you want to have less content? Cool. I'm about to delete
Yeah.
the shit out of this.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 seconds jump cuts over an hour. It's a 4-minute video. It's just you saying,
Right.
for 20 minutes.
So, guys, I think I'm finding myself in this position. I imagine it's because I've been doing this for a while, and I've seen a lot of people come into our industry. Something happens while they're riding, they get terrified, and they're gone.
Your shirt says it all right now. Your operating motto has been to ride positive.
Yeah.
Like that.
Be a positive influence in the riding community.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why it fumes us. Is because that's what both of us kind of align on that goal of like, we want more people riding, riding safely, having fun, and being goons when being goons is just having,
right. You can have a lot of fun riding, and you don't have to go 175 miles an hour.
You don't have to pull. You know how many people they've peeled off of 285 because they zipped in between. No, it literally happened like 5 years ago. Some guy tried to go in between two tractor trailers at 130, 140 miles an hour, and because of the negative pressure between them, because of the buffeting, it sucked them under.
If you've never gone even to the side of one tractor trailer, there is like, you are shaking as a rider. Your bike and you are shaking from the wind. It sucked
him underneath the tractor trailers, and over
God.
7 miles they were cleaning it up, and it's like. That kind of behavior, you can have fun doing other shit. Like just and somebody made a very valid point that I'd like to point out, and it is like, who else is going to say to act right if your closest friends don't, and who would you listen to? And if those people don't have friends around them saying like, hey, don't do that thing.
Well, see, that's the problem is like,
and then all you have is those videos to go off of.
I was going to say, at least for me, I don't know how all you guys are that are watching or listening, but like when I started riding, dude, nobody I knew rode.
Yeah.
To the point that I had to go online to find a website to find people that rode.
Same.
So like, if the only person you have to be an influence to ride, and it's fucking jack things online, then how do you think that person is going to inevitably ride once they think they're confident?
Yeah, it's one of the things where you look at those kind of videos and you go like, man, like, I don't think you really, either you willfully or willfully ignorant of your effect on those kind of people, or you just don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like, either of those is bad. One of them is much worse.
Right.
And we try to operate under the exact opposite, which is like I said, and you said it earlier, when a video comes through here, my job is to make sure that it represents like what
the company
is
and what the company
core
is
values.
moving toward. Yeah.
Right. And so I'm constantly in that aspect of like looking, and my personal experience has painted that, because I've been involved in 2 accidents, and both of them were because of other people doing really reckless, dumb shit.
Yeah.
And I have family members and friends that have all had horrible accidents or died because of it. And so my experience is like, I think we said it earlier before the show. Like, motorcycling is not more or less inherently dangerous than any other mode of transportation. That includes walking.
Especially downtown. Walking is hella dangerous.
Some chick walked out of a bar. She got hit by a car and thrown across 3 blocks.
Just like that.
Just walking.
Yeah.
So it's not more inherently dangerous. It is the risk of injury and death is much higher in those cases.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm very aware of that when I'm looking at what we do here, and I'm thinking, could this be misconstrued as glorifying something that is not appropriate?
Well, we also need to, accept
even though what we do is the lesser degree of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I also don't want to, gloss over the fact that, we do understand, accidents can happen. Things that can happen outside of your realm of control are totally a thing, right? Like, you have no control over a lot of things that that happen to you as a motorcyclist. So I don't want us to. I'm trying to keep us on the straight and narrow here.
Yeah.
If something accidentally happens, we're not talking about that. Everything that we're getting heated about is intentional actions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're rolling the dice.
Yeah.
They're rolling the dice intentionally, but not. How would you feel if you saw some of these videos and they were they prefaced the whole thing with this is dangerous. Do not do this. This is just for entertainment purposes.
At that point, I would only hate it as a motorcyclist putting themselves or somebody else in danger.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I would have to be like, but you know what? It's your fucking life. Go kill yourself for all you want. I can't control that. Yeah. But if that, to me, what you just described is the bare fucking minimum.
I feel the same way. It's the bare minimum of what's going on.
Please, for the love of God, I don't care what you do. I don't care what ride you ride. I can't control you. I don't want to control you.
Yep.
But the only thing, my entire thing of this entire fucking episode is, if you make content, I don't care if you have 2 subscribers. I don't care if you have 2 million. I don't give a fuck. But if you are making content that can be publicly consumed, you could influence somebody to
whether
go
you
do,
want to or not.
Whether it's that's what you plan on doing or not. You have the ability, and that video has the ability, because YouTube doesn't give a fuck. YouTube, if you have 1 subscriber or 10 million, they're gonna put your videos out to the algorithm, and the market will decide if that video gets a lot of views. You were watching me earlier as I was collecting the videos that I'm going to show you guys that I made. No, the videos aren't on my channel.
I know, you were slowly devolving. You were watching your own thing.
I literally
groaning.
watched 2 of them, and I couldn't watch any more of them because it was so what are you fucking idiot? The fact that you're alive.
There is a common theme. I also love that you preface that with Chase's stupid examples.
I'm showing my own examples because I don't want people to think I'm hypocritical.
We've already run through 40 minutes.
Bro, I could go for a lot longer.
we gotta. All right, so at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we, like I said, putting a bow on this part of it.
Yeah.
All right. We want to make sure that what we're putting out in the world is positive. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want to lead by an example.
Yeah.
And let you make that decision for yourself. But I'm going to feel better about myself and about you joining the fold.
Right.
If I'm putting stuff out there that I consider appropriate to what we're trying to.
Also,
you know what I mean?
If any other content creator people or people that want to become content creators in this platform, we are not in a world right now where you have to make going fast content, going almost near wreck shit. You don't have to do that.
Well, so I think it was earlier. Who was it? Somebody in the comments. Gaza's no. I'll find it. Continue that because it was basically the idea of sensational content. It's easy to get wrapped up in it because it gets the most traction immediately. It's an instant gratification.
Yeah.
But, and we do this all the time, we could make shit content and just pump it out left and right.
It would be very
but
simple.
We would not feel good about that. And the same can be said about the message that we're sending out with those videos, and that is, it could be easy for us to go out there, ride like assholes, do the video, gamify the shit out of it, and pump a video would be
Bro, we could do multiple videos a day.
right.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we wouldn't feel good about that because we know somebody who's like 16 and getting into motorcycles can see that and see like, oh, he's got 1.5 million, and he's been doing this forever. So like that's the way you do it. And then that kid gets wrapped up around a tree. And even if I like wasn't the guy telling him to go do it, I would still feel guilty being behind the screen and editing a video that goes out to the public.
Right.
I would feel guilty of that.
Well, Bo, I have a question for you. Since you're very knowledgeable in our industry, how many people have been making sensational go fast and do this and like near-death experiences? How many people are still making content professionally?
There's not a lot of them left.
I could only imagine why.
So this is part of a larger conversation about sensationalized content, but you look, the reason that YouTubers like that get burnt out and the reason that they go fucking insane and do crazy and crazier shit is because they're always moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
Like, you have to outdo your last outdo.
And if your outdos are doing near-death experiences,
Yeah.
bro,
If you start out doing 120 on the interstate, you only have up to go.
Yeah.
And so, like, not only is it more dangerous and you're more likely to like kill yourself doing it, but it is you run out of gas so fast because you're always chasing
metaphorically and physically.
You're chasing the next big sensational, thing.
Right.
And you can't keep that up. And so a lot of those guys, they just teeter out, or they'll back off and do like regular bullshit, and then nobody talks about them or anything. So like they don't last long.
I mean, I think like compared to when I was doing really dumb shit on the channel to now, like there's a reason that
we got enough time to show a couple of those.
Yeah, we're gonna show a couple of these. I feel so much better about the content we're making now. Like I get when we put a video out, when it gets posted.
Clutch First was when I said that. Sorry.
Clutch First.
Yeah, he was talking about that's why his channel doesn't take off, because he's not a fan of the sensationalism. He loves and enjoys quality.
Yeah, Clutch First makes solid content too. So let's end it off with a cringe fest of us watching my.
For fuck's sake, I
just want to preface this. This is our preface. Please, if you're watching this and you see these videos, or if you go watch the actual YouTube videos,
this is an example of what not the fuck
this
to
is
do.
the like caps lock. Do not do this. If you do this kind of stuff, I will laugh at you and think you're pathetic. Yeah. So if you, I don't care if you do it physically, but if you post it. If you do it and post it and don't put any sort of warning of like, hey, I'm a fucking idiot, don't do what I do.
So Gaza's World had a very good point, and I saw that earlier, but it's you want to sensationalize riding in the point of the people fall in love with it and want to ride and want to join it, but not sensationalizing the bad side or the irresponsible side to make people think that's how you're supposed to do it.
Dude, riding is incredible, and you don't have to do this.
This is the don't do this big disclaimer. This was an example of dumb Chase being dumb, and
this is young, early, new to YouTube Chase, not.
So we've got 15 minutes. So let's pick.
So we definitely have to do. I want to do the Panigale wreck.
Okay. Oh, buddy. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna give. I'm not gonna like let myself off for doing some dumb
bad.
shit.
All right, go ahead and bring it up so I can get it on the screen without showing.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Also, Maggles, no, Chase is what you see is what you get. This is him.
What is somebody saying?
He was like, he seems to be such a genuine person. I imagine he's not much different when the camera is off, and you are 100% correct.
Dude, I don't have the energy to be fake. I wish I did. I wish I could be all fake and shit, but I can't.
Right.
I'm me.
You got it up?
I'm trying to pick which. I want to do 3 of them, and I'll click through them so we can get through them, because I have 3 of them that are going to show everything they need to show.
We're not going to have enough time to go through all of it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so let me make sure that. Are you plugged into audio, by the way? We didn't check that.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, all right, go for it.
All right, first up.
How much you want to bet your video gets copyright or a claim on it?
I'll turn the audio off. So,
the
title.
First things first. Can we just talk about how horrible that?
Okay, listen. It was a different time.
Was that iMovie?
Shut up. We're not judging the editing. We're judging the act. So, if we look at the title, Yamaha R6 enters highway at 140 miles an hour.
Idiot.
Wow.
What are you wearing, by the way? Is that a mesh jacket?
It's a cheap mesh jacket. Yeah, absolutely. So let's.
I told you before we started, like the first group ride that we did, and this first group I ever done on the street. I've been riding the street for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
I was wearing a leather Technic jacket. The second time I rode in a group was the Tail of the Dragon, and I did it in one of those dumbass Fox racing rigs.
Bo, I wish I could hear you, but I can't hear you over the fucking stupidity of, hey, I'll just go 100. Look what.
You idiot! I bet your
Bro,
poor wife.
You can't
your
even.
poor wife.
You
is
can't
in the
even
chat
see
right now.
the fucking speed. Who are you impressing?
Yeah. All right. First, okay. Unrelated. Yama Bomb spent another $5 to tell us that he just finished his lasagna. Honestly, not that good. It was the frozen kind you put in the microwave. The frozen chicken fettuccine is better.
Hey, as a kid, I used to eat a lot of frozen lasagnas.
All right. So like. There, fucking.
So this one's bad, but it could have been
seventh gear. he was shifting like a Fast and Furious movie.
Bro, I didn't even know how many gears my bike had, but I thought I was I thought I was okay to do 140 miles an hour, but I didn't even know when my bike got into fucking the final gear.
Your poor fucking wife. Like I bet she's crying right now.
It's a lot. Okay, so how about we don't go 140 when we're getting onto a highway? Just, as a simple rule. Oh God. Okay.
This is one of those things. Like when you look at this, and I can tell you've grown because you were audibly groaning watching this.
Yeah, and this is after I watched it earlier.
Yeah.
I watched it earlier to prep my fucking brain.
Yeah.
Also, I'm wearing a mesh fucking jacket that would rip into fucking shreds. I am wearing what looks like...
That's a good point. All right. I want to say this out loud because I see it a lot when I'm out and about. I'm not the perfect example of all the gear all the time. I'm like some of the gear most of the time.
Yeah.
But like if you are going to wear gear to protect yourself, just fucking full pass on the Titan rigs or anything like that.
God,
it's the mesh with the little impact things. They're for under your jerseys when you're riding a dirt bike on like trail riding. They will disintegrate. I was an idiot. I'd been riding on 2 months, and Downey, Matt, Dealing Winchus, and all them invited me to go up to the Tail of the Dragon.
Oh my God, Bo.
And I was on the FC, and I wore that fucking Titan rig. And thankfully, since I decided 2 months riding on the street that that's what I would do is go ride I didn't crash.
Right.
But like those things are don't fucking wear them.
Yeah.
If you're gonna wear gear, wear good gear. If you're not gonna wear gear, I'm not gonna fault you on that either because I'm usually wearing short sleeve shirts and gloves.
Yeah. Also, this example was a lighter example because it was a relatively open highway.
Yeah.
But
I feel sorry for the person in the Jetta right now.
yeah. Okay.
Probably shitting their pants.
140. Yeah, just chill. How about this? Since we always have to beat each other, Yamaha R6 doing 148 on the highway. This one was, let me just tell you, fucking pathetic. Wow, I'm so sorry for all the cussing in this one, but like it is what it is. Oh, you want to see cool intros? How about this?
Good Lord. I actually don't hate that. I don't know what music was playing, but in my head it was clown music.
Okay, so in this video, right, this is my yellow Mustang that you guys I used to have. So we're going down this highway, and me being the fucking child that I am, I see this motorcyclist pass because this is my buddy who's driving my car. We're going to the same location. But I am such a fucking child in my head that I'm like, I see a motorcycle? I need to follow a motorcycle. So I do all this like, oh, should I go after him?
Him ride motorcycle, me ride motorcycle too.
Sorry, dude. I got to catch him.
I just realized we didn't talk about Revzilla thing again.
Revzilla has basically what is Amazon Prime thing. You get discount on gear and you get it free 2 days shipped. You guys should check it out. It's called Rider Plus Membership. There's a link in the description.
Thank you.
There. So back to Chase being a fucking knob. So Sorry, dude, I gotta catch him. Bro, you know for a fact, I was editing this video thinking I was the coolest fucking thing on the planet.
Were you playing a lot of Pokemon at that time?
No, I should have. So, all right. So I'm going 80, and then I go after him. And if I remember correctly, this bike is like a ZX14. All right, so I'm going 130 just chilling, which the speedometer's probably off. So I catch up to these people. I'm all riding with some other motorcycle. I think I'm cool. This dude has his wife or girlfriend on the back. They're fucking two up. I want you to watch what happens in a minute. Bro fucking leaves me in the dust, and I assume that's probably what got me all super antsy. Because, like, we're on a highway with, like, a lot of traffic. You can tell by the way my head's moving, like, I'm barely able to handle all the fucking air going past me.
I hate it.
I want to get to this point where he's just like, dude, leave me the fuck alone right here. Look, he's just gone, and I don't even know how to shift down to get to a higher gear, but the dude's just left me.
Damn it,
Okay,
Chase.
so look, so I've caught this guy, but then he's like, bro, leave me alone. So what do? Being the fucking cool kid that I am, I'm just full throttle. I'll catch him eventually. Oh, but Bo, we haven't got to the bad part.
I can't even.
Oh no, hold on.
I wanna invent time travel solely. I don't want to save the world.
If you
specifically and solely so that I go back and punch you in the fucking face.
If you figure that out, let me go with you because I will beat the shit out of my
No, we're gonna go
olds.
to the first meetup that I ever met you on, and I'm just gonna walk up. It'll be this old fucker, and you'll be like, "You look different," and I'll just kick the shit out of your R6.
Do that, and then I'll go over there and like kick myself in the dick or something.
Oh God. this
Okay,
hurts
we're
my
not
soul.
to the bad part. We are not even to the bad part of this video yet. Okay, here. Oh, here we go. So now he's like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. So I'm like, oh, we're going? Oh, we're going? Watch this stupid fucking shit. Passing him and a fucking passenger at 141. And then, hold on. As if passing him is not enough, I fucking waved at him.
Like, all right, wait.
I am going.
Stop talking for a second because I recognize the helmet you're wearing.
At 142 miles
Fucking
an
helmet
hour,
spikes.
but passing a
No,
motorcyclist.
That's all you need to know is helmet spikes. That tells you everything about your mentality. Fucking helmet spikes. Get that shit out of here.
And
God
I even
damn.
did, dude, look at my hand. I'm over here like this. I probably can barely hold on to the fucking motorcycle. At 141, what?
Your wife's gonna kick the shit out of you when she gets
I deserve every bit of. Look at this. Oh yeah, let's just go between cars. You fucking idiot. Okay.
All right, breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Sorry.
Breathe.
I hate my old self almost as much as I hate.
All right, so we don't have a lot of time left. So what I want to do is I want you to look at this video, right? That video of you, turn it into a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're talking to somebody who's getting into writing and you had to break down the things that you should have thought about and done differently in a situation like that, because like,
Bro, that situation was so easy. Hey, you're riding with your dude. You are not going to prove nobody fucking gives a shit how fast you pass them.
that's the key. Okay, is the mentality of like, I say this all the time when I see people doing dumb shit in large groups. In fact, we had a large argument about it online with one of the meetups when all those people were talking about stunting and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, we're not gonna pull over and suck you off.
Yeah.
Like, we're all motorcyclists. We get it. It's cool.
Yeah.
But like, you're doing it around 700 to 900 other people, some of whom have only been riding for weeks or just got their bike. So like, yeah, it's cool. It's fun. We all love doing it, but like, you got to know when to hold back and be like, this.
In that last video, what would have happened if that dude went, because I was on a trajectory. What happens if he was like, hey, I want to get in the right lane for some reason?
Yep.
Bro, so like, we're not even going to go down the path of what could happen. We're not trying to do a diagnosis video, but
but like, I think you hit the nail on the head, which is like, you don't have anything to prove to anybody else. And I say this all the time. No matter what bike you get, no matter what, like you have nothing to fucking prove to anybody.
It's not even about you don't have anything to prove. It's about that person is going to think the opposite of you.
Well, yeah, but
from what you have in your fucking head.
Okay, so the human condition, that thing that tickled the back of your stupid monkey brain,
yeah,
right, is the thing that says like I have to show them. I have to show them. I'm on this machine.
Right.
I'm like, it is an ego thing. It is, it is this whole mentality that you have to, at a certain point, put aside because, like, at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit if you think you're the shit if they're picking you up off the ground.
Right.
And they're like, you're a fucking...
Yeah, well, how cool are you going to be?
You're a 285 pancake.
Right.
Like, that doesn't matter at that point anymore. So, like, you got to think, like, that person doesn't give a shit about what I'm doing. Right. I should not give a shit about what they're doing. As long as the shits that we're doing aren't like colliding with each other, then we're both just enjoying the day. And you've seen me do it plenty of times, just like, all right, y'all have fun.
Yeah, I'll meet you whenever you stop.
Yep.
So guys, to wrap the show up, I wanted to show what might be my most popular wreck or whatever. I don't know why. Here's how fucking dumb I was, and this was less dumb chase than the previous chase. I was on a borrowed Panigale. I had a fan of the channel who was like, hey, I'm going to be selling my Panigale soon. I don't ever ride it. Would you like to borrow it for a month? What kind of circumstance is that?
Yeah.
So we're doing this review video.
Here it goes, folks. And this is why we're not clickbait.
I don't know. Yeah, we're bringing it full circle. So I'm chilling. This is downtown Atlanta. And I don't know if you guys can see, focus right over here. There's going to be a white van that pulls out, right here. Now, if you notice, he looks like he's going wide. This is a 2-lane road. He's getting in the left lane. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I thought you cut me off because, that ego's rising up. It's like, don't you dare fucking cut me off, bro. So I'm like, oh, he's not going to cut me off. Then he does.
Yep.
So then my ego is like, no, I can probably make that. I don't know. I can't really see in the rearview mirrors. I don't know if anybody was behind me. But, bro, I'm on a Ducati Panigale. I promise you that bike has Brembo brakes, and I could have stopped before I got to this little curvy bike lock. But instead, my genius ass decides to go between the curb and a metal car.
Bro,
so...
Do you remember how close you were to impaling yourself?
So what happens is Chase's handlebar right here is going to hit car here, and then the fun ensues.
Do you know how close? Look at that. Look how close you were to impaling yourself. Ooh.
I got everything I deserved. Here's a different perspective. Okay, so there is a car relatively close behind me, so if I would have braked, it might have gotten a little sketchy, but that car could... All right, so here's white van. This is a perfect example. White van pulls out, looks like he's getting in the left lane. Nope, getting in the right lane. Oh, I can make it. Bro,
So, to put a button on that, right?
Boom, 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 and get what you deserve.
It comes back to ego. Like,
yeah.
That's what it... Because, like, and you know this because... Here, I'll take it off the screen. You know this because you and I have been friends for 10 years almost.
Yeah, long time.
I am that guy. I am the punch a fucking mirror, like put my boot in the door, smash a hood.
Right.
Like I was that kind of rider for a long time.
Right.
Like I straight didn't give a shit. I didn't think about things. So like I'm the only thing that's different between like making poor decisions and not thinking clearly at the time is that I didn't record mine.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's it. But like I used to make those decisions at a certain point. I'm like I'm not gonna win against the car.
You will never...
There's zero chance of that happening. If I go and because I've done it before, like there's been a couple times where it saved my butt because it freaked the person out to a point where they left. But like you're never gonna like I fucking knock mirrors off of people's cars.
I've never done that, but I've obviously done worse shit than that.
I've dented the hoods of Mercedes and kicked BMW doors because they would come into my lane and whatever. And it's just like at a certain point I sat there and I thought, and a lot of this is because I've grown, but two, being with my wife, I've learned that like my actions, the consequences are right there in front of me when I go home at the end of the day. I see her and I go, holy shit. Like I could fuck with the wrong person and they just go boop.
Well, like,
and
so
that's it. You're done. You're
something,
fucking mincemeat.
something you guys that if you don't ride yet, if you do ride, you are gonna 1000% understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys are the odds are every single time you guys go ride, somebody's gonna cut you off. Somebody's gonna pull into your lane. Your job as a motorcyclist is to stay alive.
Yep.
You are never going to do that by aggressively
escalating
acting
it. Yeah.
towards them.
You escalate it, you're guaranteeing something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, like
you remember this? What happened at when I was working my last job, and that guy. This was not me driving like crazy. I mean, it was like 7 a.m, and I was in my lane, and he decided to go right back and cut me off. And I had two choices. I had to back off.
Yeah.
Couldn't back off. There's a car here. Can't go this way. There's a car here. So I accelerated.
Yeah.
He didn't see me until I was past him because he wasn't looking.
It happens all the time.
And he thought I was cutting him off. So he followed me. He got off the exit and followed me up and rode like this is not hyperbole. Like it was like an inch or two from the back end of my bike as I'm riding up there.
Yeah.
And then he just kept like, blah, 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 blah. And then this is obviously not his exit because he came across to get there.
Yeah.
Because it was a spot where there's an exit and then there's another exit.
Right.
And so he followed me again. And then he followed me again the whole time, just laying on the horn and yelling out the window. And then finally, I got off my bike and I kicked his mirror off and I told him to fuck off. And I just tried to be as crazy as I could possibly be.
Yeah, just scare him.
Like that was such a gamble on my part because that guy could have been fucking nuts and just shot me followed me.
Bro, he wouldn't even needed a gun. He could have just ran you over.
And so like I think about things like that and I'm just like I have a horrible temper. Like I just had been that way my whole life.
Right.
I have to in certain aspects of my life pull it back, like dial it back a lot because at the end of the day, like if I died during that, or if I was seriously injured, if he chased me down and ran me over and I fucking lose my legs,
right?
Like
where are you at then?
Even if it's my fault,
yeah.
Like I can't live with that being a burden on my family and or having them to deal with the loss. So I have to go like, okay, is this altercation worth my life? If the answer is no, peace, I'm out. I'm done. Right. And that. You feel better. You're like, I don't get anything to prove to this guy. He's obviously a fucking
right. Where are you gonna be if? Like what? How much is that worth to you?
Incidentally, the detectives did call me and I told them what happened, and they were like, "Okay, have a nice day," which did reinforce the behavior a little bit, but
just a little bit. Okay, so you check out Discord, and I'm gonna wrap this whole thing up.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple of them.
All right. Well. Guys, while Bo's looking through Discord, I want you guys to leave this podcast, whether you're listening to it or you're watching us live, watching us on YouTube, whatever you are. I just want you guys to leave with...
Just ride your own fucking ride. And
ride your ride. You don't have anything to prove.
Yeah.
And if you are one of those people like we are and you are, posting stuff online, the minimum that you should do is post on your video. Please don't do this.
Yeah.
People are going to watch your video, and people that don't understand are going to think that looks fun, and they're going to want to do it.
What would your mama think?
Please,
Yeah,
please think about these things before you guys make content. It's incredibly important. You guys have a role in the motorcycle industry. We convert a lot of people on YouTube from not riding to getting excited about riding to learning to ride to riders. We want more riders that are doing good and being happy and enjoying the sport like we do. That's at the end of the day, that's all we want.
Yeah.
That's our goal. That's the goal of the Ride Apparel stuff. That's the goal of the channel. Like that's, I just want
I think our largest focus has and it will always be the positive impact you can have on other people's lives and to get them into riding.
Right.
All right. So you've got it open.
Yeah, episode 20.
Bro, I keep telling you how to do it. It's right. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm learning. I'm a learning guy.
All right, so if you scroll down, I think Desert Dragon FZ09.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Fun story. My first bike was based off of that platform, the FZ6.
Bro, that thing's crunched up. Desert Dragon. Is it Desert Dragon? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Desert Dragon FZ09.
Dang, dude, that looks crunchy.
Yeah.
And we're used to looking at crunchy motorcycles because that's what we buy for Wreck Bike Rebuild. So
That's one we would turn down.
yeah. I don't think I would buy this one from you. Sorry to say.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I guess
Yeah.
it's like that's a shitty wreck. Here's $50.
Yeah. Get some fucking gloves.
Right. Desert Dragon, thank you for getting on our Discord. And you guys, if you want to hang out with our motorcyclists on our Discord, it's a good spot. We're trying to, grow a cool community over there, so we'd love to have you there. And
Don't
links in
be
the description.
stupid.
Don't be stupid.
Yep.
So guys, that's going to be it for Live on Two Wheels this week. I hope you guys take something positive out of this show.
Yeah.
Yama Bomb coming in one last time.
I love that guy.
I love your guys' show. I've been a fan for a long time, and I have to say, please keep doing the live show. I love listening to the podcast while at work.
Yama Mom should start a TikTok where he just updates people on his meals.
That'd be hilarious.
All right, I'm about to have this
Right.
quiche.
Guys, thank you so much. If you're here on the live show, make sure to hit that like button before we head out of here. And if you're watching live, drop a comment. Let us know what you guys thought about the show. At this point, Bo and I just love doing the show every week, so we're going to keep doing it. You guys keep listening to it, and the numbers keep getting better and better, and we really appreciate all the support you guys have given us. And guys, just go out and enjoy motorcycling. It is the coolest thing that I've ever done in my life. I can easily say that, as long as you just treat it with the respect that it deserves. So,
Hondo P.
You guys come back to the channel for our Monster First Ride tomorrow, and we'll see you guys next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Ah.